Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your predictions on your finances, your health, as well as incoming surprises. Can't wait to get into your reading. I will be drawing out 3 cards from this deck. If you, by the way, prefer to pick, oh, this one popped out, as well as this one, prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of the introduction where we shuffle your signs and find out in which of the piles they'll fall under or be connected to. If you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, this is also an option, and you will find the timestamp for that as well down in the description box. Otherwise, let's take a look at our cards today. For pile number 1, you've got the card Be Magical. For pile number 2, you've got the card Open. And for pile number 3, you've got the card Patience. As always, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let's get straight into that part. Right, I'm seeing a lot of purples and pinks. Let's see what we can use. We have a lot of pinks. We've got the garnet, which kind of look purplish pinkish. All right, so we've got the garnet, we've got the rose quartz, we've got another shade of the rose quartz, very pretty. We've got the rhodochrosite, we've got the rhodonite, we've got the oro quartz, sorry, the oro quartz, not the rainbow, the oro quartz, which is a great option as well. And, you know, there are some purples. After all of these pinks, if you ask me, this amethyst matches this card the best. So we're going to leave that here. But alas, these crystals could help us in the third part. Right here. And here we've got blues and yellows as well as greens. Blues and yellows and greens. What could we go for? Right. So this is a lighter shade of green. We can always go for this green aventurine. That's an option. We can go for, with this blue, the sodalite. That's also another lovely option. If you ask me, I think that's kind of what we may be going for. So I'll just keep that here. Sometimes I just wish we can like leave 2 crystals, but that would, as much as that would be okay, it might be annoying for some because they just want to focus on 1 crystal. But if you know what I'm thinking, I think we're gonna go with the Unakite Jasper because it has these green and yellowish, sort of yellowish aspects that we're picking up from the curtains here. So that could be a great option. Right, I think we got out all of our crystals. Let's now see what we're gonna go for. The amethyst here would be great. Here, what should we go for? Blue, green, or this green? I think I'm gonna go for this green. Yeah, that's what I want to go for here. I think something just clicks with this one. Now, on to the dragon. What should we give you? What would you like? Although this is more on the purple side, weirdly enough, I feel like this is matching the most. Rhodochrosite is a bit too light. The garnet is too dark. And the others aren't matching that much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the rose quartz here for this card. And yeah, these are our options today. Let's place them. And let me introduce each crystal to you. Okay. That's better. Right, so for pile number 1, you've got the beautiful Amethyst. For pile number 2, you've got the beautiful Unakite, Jasper. And for pile number 3, you've got the beautiful Rose Quartz. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to check them out. I would always guide you guys to trust your intuition and let it lead the way. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you to your readings. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you're meant to hear about more information that you will find in the other pile, like more information about your financial situation, your health, incoming surprises. Maybe there are different aspects that you are guided to hear about. So always listen to your intuition, whether it's just one, several, or all. And please note that in the next section, I will be assigning different zodiac signs for each pile. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you, so that you can do just that. Did anything land in the pockets? No, great. All right, so in a moment after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Okay, let's get straight into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, so the signs for pile number 1 are Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, as well as Aquarius. The signs for pile number 2 are Cancer, Taurus, Gemini, as well as Aries. And the signs for pile number 3 are Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, as well as Sagittarius. Okay. So my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Well, if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, I assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, the Empress pile number 3. And what I like to do is simply shuffle them around until I miss pulling out a card from the other side or passing on a card to the other side, and then I will know it is your chosen pile. But I am getting the hang out of, oh, thank you. 2 chosen piles by Spirit today. Whoa, hold up. If this is the second pile, then it's simply saying there's a high emphasis on the second pile. But if you want to watch pile number 1, this is also open for you. If this turns out to be pile number 3, this is simply saying Spirit is choosing the 3 piles for you today. You can watch one of them, whichever one, or you can watch as Spirit is suggesting all, because these did fall on the second pile anyway, in all cases. Right, so what are we seeing? We're seeing the second pile, obviously. We're seeing the first pile, and we're seeing the second pile. So Spirit is highly suggesting pile number 2, but if you also want to expand on your reading, perhaps you want to check out the suggested pile number 1 as well. Right, so these were the different ways in which you could pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And yeah, I will see you there. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. I did put on an essence stick just for a calming energy effect today. It might only be for your pile. I guess it's meant for your pile. But yeah, today we're taking a look at your predictions for your finances, health, as well as incoming surprises. Welcome to your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, we're going to be using them in a different way today. You'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. Your significator card is Be Magical. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, as well as Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so the way we're going to be doing this reading today, you might be familiar with this format, specific format of the reading. We will be doing each topic all on a row on its own. Right, so all of your decks are now shuffled, and we can begin. Oh, the tarot cards for the first pile are also ready, and we can begin right away. Wonderful. Let's place these here, and let's begin. My dear pile number 1. Just want to place it here so you can see it. What is your predictions for your finances? So, wow, you've got the spark, passion, creativity, joy, rekindle your inner fire. Amazing. Okay. Does it mean you're going to have a brilliant idea up next when it comes to your work or career, or maybe an investment or something? Maybe. Let's see. You've got the desert. Oh, it almost makes me feel like you're gonna be making money from nothing, almost. But I think let's wait and see what it's trying to say. You've got merchant. So for a lot of you, it seems like you're gonna do your own thing. Most of you, I mean, of course, it doesn't have to be that, but I really feel here. Do you see? A brilliant idea, create business from nothing. It does look like that. Let's see. Success in love. And I feel like what you're gonna do, this idea, people are gonna love it. Businesses are gonna love it. Customers are gonna love it. Something like that. Now, if you don't have your own business, perhaps you're just gonna start something. I mean, I gotta follow the cards here. It does look like that. On the case that this does not resonate with you, I'm just gonna have to stay true. I'm just gonna have to tell you, it does look like you are going to do that. If you don't feel like this is your energy, you might want to check another pile, but really this is what I'm seeing here. So 10 of Cups, I feel like 10 of Cups is like a happy family and success in love. It looks like your great idea here, a big community of people are really gonna love it from its inception with all of the eggs here, from its birth. I love that for you. Harvest of Cups, the King of Cups. Let me adjust the camera. What happened there? There we go. Again, the harvest, you're gonna love all the amazing income that you're gonna get from the love that you're gonna get, the admiration you're gonna get. I feel like you're gonna, since you have nothing here, you're starting from zero is what I want to say. The mountain goat is very fitting. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I'll fix it in a moment so that it doesn't keep moving the camera. There we go. Right. So it's very fitting because the mountain goat is able to climb steep mountains, and it works hard to get where it wants to go. So there's something about, although you're starting from nothing, you're very skilled, you're hardworking, and you're going to be able to reach very far. You're gonna love what you're creating. You're gonna be very passionate about it. You're gonna enjoy the creativity behind it, your passion and everything. And also people are just gonna love what you're doing. That's what I'm seeing in the cards for you. You've got the Three of Wands. Kick off a launch. Maybe you're gonna kick something off, launch something. Kick off and launch reminds me of Kickstarter. Maybe some of you are creating decks, so you're gonna launch something on Kickstarter. It's an intuitive idea that I got in my mind. Maybe you are gonna launch a website. Maybe you're gonna launch a YouTube or social media page, a TikTok store, something like that maybe. Or art just came to mind. Art store, Etsy maybe, or maybe none of the things I'm suggesting. It's just that you're gonna really enjoy it and people here are gonna love it. You got one more card when it comes to your finances, and wow, it's like a whale with the Six of Thunder, the Six of Swords. It does look to me like once you launch it soon, once something starts soon, although in the beginning it might go slow, but with the whale being, I think, the biggest animal in the sea, or at least what we know or what I know, it looks like it's going to turn into something like a mogul. It's going to turn into something massive, especially with the reactions here. And so expect with the merchant here and the Six of Swords that this business or this endeavor that you are going to be creating from its inception, because of this great idea, that spark of idea of you saying, hey, why don't I do this? And you're so passionate about it. You really are enjoying it. Yeah, just out of nowhere, it seems. Out of nowhere, you do it from nothing. It seems like it starts working out. starts going far. Yes, there will be a lot of effort put into it, but it's one that you will really enjoy. It will go slow in the beginning, but it's going to turn into something huge one day. That's what I'm foreseeing for you in terms of your predictions of your finances. I feel like you're starting from maybe barely surviving or something to something super enjoyable and giving you a lot. Okay, so these are your predictions in terms of your finances. Now let's move into the second part, which is predictions on your health. Your predictions on your finances were pretty straightforward. Yeah, you're really looking forward to something amazing here. Yeah, so go ahead, start that amazing thing, or follow that idea once it hits you. I really feel like with Be Magical, by the way, before we move on to the next part, this is your significator card after all, and it does show that there is a beginning period where you are creating the roots, and then it's going to start growing. Somewhere along the line, it looks like you are going to be taking an unexpected detour. And I feel like because the abundance is heavy, maybe you're going to make so much money that you're going to be making an unexpected detour to be able to carry that money or demand or fruits of your labor or something. Be careful not to break your back in this project. But one great news about it is that you're going to have a lot of abundance, a lot of love. You're going to be very passionate. Just be careful not to overdo it. Yeah. Know when to stop. What's the right limit? What's the right thing? Even if you're really loving it or something. Yeah, looks amazing. Yeah, be careful there. But it's going to be very magical and you are going to love it. You're going to be carrying a lot of abundance, and just know when to stop so that it's not overwhelming, you see. Okay, let's now take a look at your predictions for your health. You've got the bubbles: peace, relaxation, joy, short-lived good fortune. I was gonna go, whoa, amazing, but short-lived good fortune, I want to see what that means in a moment. We'll find out together. Right, so you've got the Starborn. Ooh, nice. Okay, which kind of makes me think the Starborn gives me an idea in the health section, something about you're very lucky with your genetics, but be careful. Don't over-rely on what you're used to when it comes to your great health, because at some point, if you like keep abusing it, this bubble may crack, this egg may crack or pop. You know, it's just saying you're very fortunate, and again, you're very strong. You have a very strong body. There's something here about be careful. You don't want to reverse this amazing blessing that you have. So let's see what you're getting here. You have pleasure seekers, right? So it does look to me, my dear pile number 2, that you enjoy something so much that it seems like is affecting your health. Perhaps you're indulging in something that you really enjoy with pleasure seeker. And as much as enjoyable as it is, it's kind of like affecting your health. Sometimes this joy may be like you're even like careful with what you eat. For example, you like to consume healthy food, but maybe you're not exercising, and instead you just like to seek the pleasure of sitting down every day. That after some time could affect. I'm not a doctor, obviously, and this is not, by the way, as a disclaimer, a professional guidance in any way, shape, or form. Always seek guidance, seek an expert. Seek expert advice. I'm just looking at cards, pictures, and energies of cards. So it does look like, if like you're not exercising, maybe you want to move. If you're not consuming healthy food, maybe you're guided to be careful now. What else? If you're doing anything really that's affecting your health and it hasn't been affecting it before because you're very blessed in that way, you want to be careful now, because it seems like you're at a breaking point. Maybe you've overdone it or something. Yeah, you see that strength, it's going to weaken if you're not careful. Okay, so bereavement, right? You've got bereavement. Gives me a feeling like there's a deprivation of some important nutrients. And look, when I said that, your the stick finished, right? The incense stick just finished. So it looks like the reason this pleasure is not so good anymore, it is because it's depriving the body from something important that maybe the body is starting to lack due to the overindulgence here. I'm not an expert, but I'm just reading intuitively. If we look at the egg definitely reminds me of calcium. So maybe it's depriving the body of calcium. Maybe it's depriving the body of cleansing the soap bubbles to be able to clean itself up. The cleaning of the toxins. So that could be liver, which is cleaning of the toxins. It could be kidney. It could be calcium. I mean, we can go on and on forever. I'm not an expert here at all. So I just want you to know that friendly bacteria with bereaved. Friendly bacteria. Perhaps that pleasure affects your healthy bacteria. That's another thing. So yeah, be careful. It's just making you aware, right, of what's going on here. You've got the sun card, but don't worry with the sun card, you're healthy. The prediction is saying don't worry, you're healthy. Just be careful and just be aware that although you have great genes, like good body carrying you, don't overindulge there because it's creating a crack. Right. So Ace of Thunder, this is the Ace of Swords. Seven of Wands, beautiful. So although your body's going through inflammation at the moment, it seems, again, please consult an expert. I am not an expert. Perhaps going through inflammation. It's clearing, Ace of Swords. It's clearing. It's still clearing it out. It's still able to face this inflammation. It's doing good. It's just saying, be careful with this pleasure thing. Reduce it. The body needs your support, your big support at the moment. Amazing. Knight of Pentacles. You're going to blossom. It's going to be amazing. Just do small incremental changes consistently. And that's what your body is asking you to do. Yeah, that's the best thing you can do for your body, is to remain consistent. You don't have to make massive changes all at once. Small ones that you stick to will really support your body to help it clear out and stay healthy. Yeah, and just don't overindulge here with pleasure seekers. Like, obviously enjoy or find better ways to enjoy what you like, healthier ways. You know, if you like to watch the television, maybe you can get yourself one of these bikes. Or maybe you want to sleep early. Maybe you want to have a walk and come back. If this is food, obviously you want to, like, maybe find replacements, healthy options. Small changes make a huge difference at the end of the day. Right. So that is what I see in terms of your predictions in your health. Amazing. Also, something about the electricity here reminds me of electrolytes. I think electrolytes could be very healthy for you. Staying in the sun as much as you can. If you can, at least seeing the light would be great. If you're in an office, if you can like walk for 2-3 minutes outside just to see the sun, even if the clouds hide it, just the light is really important. If you can watch some videos of the sun, that's also really good. So the sun, electrolytes, anything that calms down inflammation also would be great. Calcium, I would say, I'm not an expert. Perhaps some greens. Yeah, greens. Because I heard that calcium you don't really get from actually the milk. Again, I'm not an expert. Maybe leafy greens. Anyways, that is what I am seeing here. Right. Now, let's get into the third part, which is all about predictions on incoming surprises. Let's get straight into it and see what you have, my dear pile number 1. Oh, yes, we did talk about that. Be magical. Again, you can recuperate all of that with Be Magical with just some small consistent steps. You're a magical being. Your body's great. Is going to pick up that strength back up fast. So that's wonderful. Let's now take a look at your incoming surprises. So excited. You've got 1, 2, and I feel this one, so I'm going to take it as well. This one moved. Let's take it. 3 and 4. Wonderful. Let's see what we have. The splat. Surprise it is. There is a surprise coming for you. So collision, viscous, irregular, expect the unexpected. There's definitely something you're not expecting up ahead. Let's see what it is. The forest definitely takes us to the tree here. And it reminds me of the example, couldn't see the forest for the tree or something. Suddenly remembered that saying. Couldn't see the forest for the tree. Maybe you're so focused on something that you're not realizing that something massive is going to happen. Maybe. You've got the sword. Overnight. You get informed about something overnight. So cool. Okay. You've got a journey. It looks like a ship is arriving. This lady is all packed and waiting for that ship, massive ship, to come and take her to a nice journey. So we've got that. Thought. You think about this a lot. Okay. The build up is so exciting. What is this saying? You've got the Root of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands. It's obviously something you're so excited about. You really desire. But there's an aspect about this that could burn you out. Is this talking about this surprise working for you? For some of you, I think, I'm not going to say this is the only thing, but thought and idea here. And the burnout, which we saw here. So for a lot of you, the surprise and how amazing this is going to work up next. But I'm keeping a very open mind to see what it's trying to show us. Chariot, see? Out of the hibernation, a thought is out, something strong is out. It's hunting what you want. It's getting what you want. Okay, and the salmon, they go against the grain. So against all odds, like remember the desert here? Against all odds, this works out for you. It moves. Flower of Wands. This is the Queen of Wands, and it has to do with popularity here. Becoming popular, which is a very big item here. But I promise, after I just finish my thoughts with regards to this, I'm also going to think what else it could be. And the harvest. Yeah, the harvest again. King of Pentacles. It is going to make you massive amounts of wealth, and that's a surprise. Overnight. It's just going to bam, launch and work. And this wealth, as we've explored here, slow, but it turns into something big soon. Okay, so other than the connection This surprise could be, I do see you starting on a new journey. Maybe you're not expecting that you can go on this journey. Chariot and journey, this could be like traveling for some of you. Perhaps you're so rooted where you are, you've been where you are for so long, that it's going to be such a surprise to know that you're going to be moving somewhere else more amazing, somewhere you've been thinking about a lot. You forgot that there are other amazing places. Maybe you love where you are so much, your home so much, that you are missing the fact that there are other amazing areas out there that's cut out for you. And you are going to be so excited. You're going to be moving there quickly. Knight of Wands, the fastest knight in the deck. Chariot, one of the fastest knights. The Chariot, also fast moving. You're so excited and passionate. You can't wait. And there's something very blessed about this journey that you're going to go on. It doesn't seem like it's a temporary, short journey to me at all. Because with the bear hibernating and then coming out, I feel like you're moving there. You stayed a long while somewhere and then you're moving somewhere, and you're really excited. You're going to be so excited about it. Super unexpected. Overnight you get the news that you are maybe invited there. You have to go there or something. And it's going to feel very blessed and luxurious with the King of Pentacles, especially with the nature there. So you're going to really love that. But it's either the movement, right? Because you've got 3 movement cards. So most likely this is actually movement, moving somewhere you're really excited about, that's going to be amazing. And it's a blessed place for you energetically. But for a lot of you also, it's connected to that massive surprise about this idea just working out suddenly for you. And yeah, my dear pile number 1. Oh, we didn't relate it to the tree. Yes, we did. We said you were there for a very long time, and you're just going to be surprised that there are other amazing places cut out for you. Because with the roots, it seems like you really love where you are. Yeah, my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see. Really cool things to come. All the best of luck in your journey. Really love everything pertaining to reading. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at your predictions regarding your finances, health, and your predictions in terms of incoming surprises. Can't wait to get into your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using throughout the reading to take a look at these 3 predictions for you. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Unakite Jasper. Your significator card is the card Open. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Taurus, Gemini, as well as Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's, you got the card here for the first part of the reading. It's going to be all about your finances, right? And I think we're pretty much ready. I'm just going to shuffle your tarot cards so that they're ready as well. And we'll start off with your first predictions. And that is, as I mentioned, your predictions regarding your finances. What can you expect? Okay, so you've got the cards, the holes, gaps, flaws, weakness. What are you missing? All right, very interesting. You've got the card Good Gentleman, right? There's something interesting. I mean, all the animals here are very strong. And it seems like you're doing all the right things, but there are holes in which maybe you can lose some money or something. Holes that you got to be careful with. Anyways, let's continue to see. I feel like this card's sticking out, so I'm gonna try and get it. Oh, you've got two actually. So you've got thought. And you've got frivolity. Frivolous. Let's see in which direction this is taking us. I'm not going to pull out one of these cards here so that we have space for your tarot cards. We got two of these instead. You've got, wow, the Empress. Okay, that's amazing, right? Temperance. Page of Wands. And I think I need one more. Yeah, I think I need one more card because I have an idea, but not entirely sure. And so I think the last card might explain it well. King of Wands. Right. Okay, actually it did to a great extent. So there's the line again from the different cards. It looks like you're holding on to something powerful. Perhaps very strong potential of abundance. That could be the career you're in, the path that you're in. It could be a business that you have. It could be savings or a good saving that you put your money into, or time even. But at the same time, although you have that strong thing, that could be a good job with a good salary or a path that takes you there, and all of the other examples that we talked about, whichever one. But along with that, it seems like there are some holes here. So the holes could be, there are weaknesses here. These could be you not talking about your rights, right? Like there are things that are falling that should be yours that maybe you are not discussing, right? It could be spending money without thinking. That's another type of hole. It could be maybe the way you're saving money. Maybe you could be putting your money in something better. Maybe where you are isn't giving you the best, I don't know, interest rate or the best payment for your investment, short term or long term. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that when it comes to your finances, it looks like you are in a good, strong position. You're holding something, or you own something that is going to be very powerful financially, especially in this next page of your life, in this next chapter with the Page of Wands. Is going to make you very excited. It's something is about to birth for you. That could be the payoff for your investment or the hard work that you've been putting into your career or something. You definitely hold that. No question about that, as I keep saying. And it's alchemizing with Temperance at the moment. Something is alchemizing in your life, and we can expand and see what is alchemizing here. Whoa, 4 cards. Okay, so something is alchemizing here, and it's going to start a new page for you, a very exciting one financially. And it's a good one because it looks like it's going to make you more free financially, right? It could be free in time. That would be awesome, but since this is about finances, it's going to make you more financially free here. It's going to make you more financially free, carefree at least. So that could be your capability of being free, more free to get what you want and need, right? So you don't have to hold on anymore. So that's great news. That's coming up. But there are concerns here. There are concerns. It could look great on paper, but with this type of concerning thoughts and the gaps here, it it looks like although it's looking amazing for you, if you don't think about things well, these very holes could be robbing you a lot of what's supposed to come in. So before we explore what you're alchemizing at the moment, which is very important, of course, I want to explore what these gaps are, because maybe you're thinking, I genuinely am not sure what these gaps are, unless it's very clear to you, like spending, for example, or not speaking about your rights are the two things really I can think about. But let's see what it says. Death and rebirth and the Four of Swords. There are these claws in a place that's supposed to be safe. So I'm thinking there's danger where you think there isn't with this particular Four of Swords. You seem so safe about something that it's not saying it's going to cause danger, right? It's not saying that at all. But it is saying that when things change, it could cause great leakage. Like, for example, right now, if you don't speak about your rights with your company or with your manager, for example, because it feels safe, it feels like you don't need to, there's not much that could happen or something. When things do transform and they do happen, it would matter. Like not discussing your insurance now, since everything is so little, may not make sense now. But if you do put your foot down now, like in taking your rights, I mean, of course, not taking something that's not your rights, but I mean taking your rights, later on when maybe things transform, maybe in a bigger role, it's not discussed anymore. Just a quick example, right? So yeah, or maybe you think the little spending here and there that you do, frivolous spending maybe, are not so harmful. But as this massive transformation that is going on in your life right now happens, you'll be able to see through how this was a big mistake. So it's not telling you what to do, it's just guiding you. It's showing you, let's say, the weather forecast to the energy of your finances, and it's letting you know there's massive things that is alchemizing right now. But do be careful that the very things you think are safe may not turn out to be, as things transform, so safe. And you want to be more careful, because what I can tell you is there's a flaw here. There's a flaw in the finances department, something that you can see. Actually, look at the eyes here. You can see it. So you just want to think about it with thought. Think about it. It's important that you think about where you think something you're behaving in a frivolous way financially. While it's important to, of course, be happy, but you also want to make sure you don't hurt yourself financially. And that's what I'm seeing here. Just be careful. You could be thinking something is too safe, and during transformation it might be a great leak to your finances. So yeah, think about that. Is the thing you're invited to do here. But in terms of your finances, you're standing in a very strong position. You've got something so strong that's going to be there for you to protect you financially. And like I said, something here is alchemizing. We forgot to look into it. What's alchemizing right now? It's happening right now for you. Let's see what it is. Yeah, it's like almost like the symbolism is showing you're pregnant with it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be birthed soon in your life. So, 10 of Swords and the Fool. There's a financial pain that you're about to get out of. So maybe this is like a loan. You could be coming out of loan or something, is one way I can analyze this. Some form of bottleneck. You're coming out of a bottleneck and you're about to be free. Financial freedom. Maybe for some of you, this is like feeling a lot of pain to get by, whereas what's about to happen will allow you to not be in such pain, but more freedom, more financial freedom. Yeah. And here you've got the Devil card. Yeah, it looks like you're attached to something. The card fell. Hold on, I'm going to pick it up. But it looks like you are financially maybe attached to something, or maybe attached to a job that you don't like, perhaps. And Four of Wands, you're leveling up. That's amazing. So think of what the pain represents to you in life. And that's what the reading is telling you. Do you have a lot of loans? That's the pain? Then it's showing you that you're about to be free from these loans. How it's going to happen is not what's really showing, except for that strong thing. You have something strong by you at the moment that will allow you to be released from that stuck energy and pain, super painful energy with the Ten of Swords. So that could be a job that is very painful. That could represent loans that you're stuck with, right? These are the things I can think about. Anything else with finances? Yeah, really, these are the things I can think about. And you're about to be free. You're leveling from that. You're leveling up from that. No more a powerful financial situation. Empress is abundance up next because of that powerful thing that you have right now. That's amazing. And just be careful is the message. You're being too safe with these claws or with these holes. You're too safe. And as things transform in a big magnitude, you will realize that this was a big mistake. That you might want to put thought into, right? Yeah, I think we've covered this very well when it comes to your financial predictions, looking amazing. And let's now take a look at your predictions regarding your health. All right, so you've got malady, right? So there's something you need to be careful with here, because that can't be a coincidence. Oh, we forgot to look at open. Before we get into your health, I just want to tell you that there's a window that opened up, a new window that opened up that will show you how you can go further in life. And that's the new page. A new window has opened. It will allow you to look further, and it will allow more abundance to come in to your life freely. So maybe it's not a door, but it's certainly a window that allows the air to come out. It allows you to see further than where you are, and perhaps you'll be more enlightened to make better decisions moving forward. That allows abundance into your life. Right now, starting right now, more abundance into your life. Right. It could also be an office by the window, which is amazing. Right. So by a nice view, for example. In any case, it's just showing that there's more abundance coming into your life. Right. So in terms of health, there's the card malady. There is the extinct, vanished, vulnerable, something has burned out. Okay. We've picked that one, so we'll take this one. Work, occupation. Oh. Okay. Right, you've got the cave. My God, you're getting a very peculiar message. And even without continuing with the tarot cards, I am seeing that your health, it's a warning. It's not saying that something bad is going to happen. It's just saying that due to your work or hard work, and maybe it's not even like work that you go to. Maybe you're a dedicated mother who takes care of her children. Whatever it is that you're putting a lot of effort towards, you're guided to be careful because burnout and malady, it looks like it's really eating your health away, especially some form of health that could go, metaphorically speaking, extinct. And please always consult an expert. Tarot cards are not tarot card readings are not a replacement in any way, shape, or form for experts at all. It's just reading the energy of the cards. So always consult an expert. But there's something about be careful, because the hard work here could be taking a lot from your health. And what you're guided to do is to cave in. There's something about energy healing as well as spending good healing time. You're guided to spend good healing time indoors, the cave, inside the house. Yeah, you're guided to rest, to take good care of your health, and do some energy work, whatever energy work resonates with you. Maybe it's literal tapping, like it's called EFT, I think. EFT, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. But let's take a look at your tarot cards, which I want to shuffle because I want to put back the cards that we've used to explore the first part of your reading, and allow your cards to show us the full message when it comes to the predictions of your health. Right. So you've got the Chariot. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Right. So the vehicle is your body. It's moving, it's strong. Great to see that, because I was a little worried. I knew from the very beginning that this does look like warning, warning, warning. It's not something that's happened, but something that could happen. So you want to be careful. But it is saying your body's moving well. King of Pentacles, that's like the top of the Pentacles. You're doing great. Your body is strong. It's saying that your body's strong, but you don't want to burn out and lose something with the extinct that maybe you can't get back, right? So it's a very important time. You want to pay particular attention on that. And it's not done through food, although please, like, eat good food and everything. Of course, it goes without saying. But I mean to say that the focus here seems to be on rest. Rest and some form of energy healing. Also, most importantly, what your ex-doctor says, of course. So you've got the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. Okay, wonderful. And the King of Cups. Well, it's all amazing cards. There's something here with the Eight of Wands and the King of Cups on shifting your attention to things that you really enjoy, to put a lot of your focused energy on doing things that you love and enjoy. And again, this meditation reminds me of the rest that you're guided to do here. This is not to say you shouldn't work, because you've got the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of work. But you see, it kind of looks like the traffic light, maybe not in the right order, but the box, and you see what I mean? Looks like a traffic light. And it's almost like know when to go, know when to pause, and know when to stop. You want to have these rules, establish these rules. When do I need to stop? When do I need to be working hard? When do I need to be in bit, do the not so important things, like finish the emails, for example. You want to make these clear and distinguishable, very clear. This is the time when I'm working hard. This is the time when I'm not working at all. This is the time when I can do some light things that make a big difference. So there is definitely work, whatever it is that you work that is important to you. But at the same time, you need to put a lot of energy with the Eight of Wands, a lot of focused energy on meditation or resting in general, resting your body, as well as with the King of Cups, doing things that you love and enjoy. You need to put focus there. So you want to start maybe asking yourself questions for the sake of your health and your body. What do I need? What do I love to do that I can enjoy that I haven't been doing? Like maybe you can think of things like, oh, I used to love my guitar when I was younger. I should do more of that. Or I used to be a dancer. And that gives me a lot of pleasure. Maybe you want to go back to that. Oh, I love this. I love that. You're guided here in terms of your health to definitely put a lot of energy into doing things that you love, into doing things, into resting, into not worrying. Because at the end of the day, right now, where you are with the Chariot, which is the vehicle, that's your body. King of Pentacles is your body. It's moving well. It is strong, so this is not here. It's not here to tell you that you are not doing well. It's here to warn you that something could run out and it could lead to something serious. So it's showing a focus on work or a mission that you have that's so important to you. Go ahead and do that. It could be your children, it could be something you're passionate about, it could be your work for most of you. But at the same time, you are guided to cave in, like spend time indoors more, as much as you can, of course, as much as you can. If you can take a little vacation from work, time off, if you can, that's advisable. Yeah, it's guiding you to pay attention to that for sure. So yeah, that is your predictions in terms of your health. You're doing great. Just know when to stop, when to go, and focus a lot of your energy on resting and doing things that you enjoy. Right. So finally, let's take a look at your predictions in terms of incoming surprises. So, oh, you got 3 from this deck again. Let's take it to the side for space. And I guess I'll take this one. And I'm also drawn to this one, so I'm going to take it. And the rest we can use tarot cards. Oh, I forgot to remove these. Whoops, whoopsie doopsie. Right, let's take a look at your oracle cards first. You've got Sweetheart. All right, nice. You've got the Bear, Patience, Boundaries, Wait for the right moment. Waiting. Doesn't this look like a love relationship here? I know it's not going to resonate with everyone. Maybe it's not a love relationship for some of you. It looks like you got the news for something that you really love. You're like all jiggly and happy going, feeling silly, going, oh, so excited. I can't wait for it. It's kind of what I'm feeling here. And then you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you don't know when it's coming. But this bear looks like it's dancing, not in the rain, in the ice. It's dancing in the ice. It's feeling so good. This is like a hit of serotonin there, or dopamine almost. And you heard the news and you just feel so happy with it. And you can't wait. You're waiting and waiting, and you can't stop thinking about it. Like, when is this happening? When is this coming? That's the sort of vibe that I see. Also with open here, it's kind of like you heard the news. You're going to hear some exciting news. Again, you're waiting. You're sitting there waiting. When is it coming? When is it coming? When is it coming? Okay, I'm going to not use these now. I'll use them for clarification because I'm feeling that we should pull out tarot cards. So I'm going to follow that. Right, so you got the 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups. Looks like an end of a chapter here. An end of a painful chapter. You're letting something from the past go. You want to let it go. See, the 5 of Cups is drop off something. You're the one dropping it. You're standing up straight and you're like, a new horizon, a new chapter. I can let all the past go. The pain go. 5 of Wands. The Moon. The Hanged Man. I feel like you were trying to get something in one way, only to realize in order to get it, you have to go into another way. You were going into the direction that seemed the most maybe logical, or the most practical, or the most like where everyone would go, only to find that you actually have to go totally the opposite way. Oh, 2 cards. Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess. There's something counterintuitive here. Counterintuitive. And counterintuitive doesn't mean that it's your intuition that told you something and you're going against it. It just means maybe counterintuitive as in what everyone thought, not felt, thought they should do. And it seems like it's actually the opposite. So, what's that? It looks like a riddle. What's going on here? Maybe these will give us more clues. So you're dropping something painful from the past. You were trying to get something in some way that that caused a lot of struggles with the Five of Wands, and now you're immersed in a totally opposite direction because you've learned that in order to get it, you're not going north, you have to go south or opposite direction. And although you're not going to get there right away with the waiting and the Knight of Pentacles, but you are so happy, this dancing in the rain, because you know you're getting there, albeit slowly. But you're going there, right? You're going there. And that's what you're so excited about. You really love this path. So what is this path? Living room and sighs. Yeah, and that wasn't on purpose. I found myself sighing but my sigh was because I don't get it. So there's an emphasis on the sigh here. There's something you're really gonna love with sweetheart and sigh. And you're like, I'm so in love with that. If only, or something. And then you realize it's right on the inside, not the outside. Okay, I need to think of an example to make sense out of this. It's inside, not the outside. That's just an example, but I think it's the best way that can, and you're always on the inside here. It's funny how the cards just make sense. So what I'm seeing is you're on a path right now. This could be a relationship, this could be your work, this could be something that you're trying to achieve. It's in all cases something that you're trying to achieve in your relationship or your work or with your friends or something. And the way you were trying to achieve it before was super painful with the Ten of Swords. But it seems like it was the only way you can get as near as you can to it, is your thoughts. So you've struggled a lot with the Five of Wands to just try to get a taste of it. My God, just to try to touch it even. But the thing is, you are going to be informed with the message that this figure is holding of a totally different way to achieve this. And you're learning that you're moving entirely in the wrong direction. And that the way towards this thing that you want is in a way to immerse more into what you love rather than what makes you struggle. Imagine someone telling you when it comes to your goals, let's see, what did I say your goal was? I forgot the example I was about to give you. Let's think of another one. Let's say your goal is to... I remember a silly one, but just bear with me. It's the best way I can explain this energy. Let's say you want to be the best basketball player. And that's an example that I'm going to give you, which is actually a study that's been done. But that literally explains the cards, and I don't know how it's going to play out in your life. But let's say you want to be one of the best basketball players in the world. So you practice, you dunk, and you do all of these things every single day for hours and hours and hours on end, until some scientist comes and tells you, you don't have to put in all of this enormous amount of energy. What you can do is visualize yourself practicing these skills and following the guidance of your coach just in your mind. Yes, of course, practice and everything, but spend most of this time resting. And this basketball player would say, are you kidding me? Are you telling me to not work? That's counterproductive. like not practice physically with the ball and everything? And the scientist says yes, because if you practice, you're of course going to get somewhere, but that's the path of most resistance. Whereas if you relax, chillax most of the day and visualize instead as you're relaxing these moves, you're actually going to get way bigger results. And so instead now of, practicing and feeling tired all day practicing basketball, although I imagine they really enjoy it. But anyways, I digress. You relax, you sit down, and you visualize these moves that your coach tells you to practice. And let's say it works. You actually get more results when you dribble the ball and do all of these things. So in that same way, it's just a way for me to try to translate this energy. The incoming surprise has to do with a different way that you will go towards. Perhaps this is you reading something, you getting information about something. Maybe even with the high priestess, what I'm missing here for a lot of you, you're going to channel something or get an idea, or simply like spirit is going to show you something right in front of your face, like an article or an expert speaking, enlightening you about a totally different way in which you can achieve something that you really care about. And it's really going to surprise you, because for the first time with the Knight of Pentacles, you're going to start seeing it work for you. And you're not going to be burning, or you're not going to struggle to get it. And you're going to do the opposite of what you're doing. Relax, spend less, put less time, whatever this is. This diet less, fight with your partner less, whatever this is. Speak less about it, I don't know. Whatever this is for you, you're going to be doing the exact opposite. And the more of this opposite that you do, the more that you start seeing things work out for you. And you're going to be feeling great, because you're like, it's out of the hibernation. This thing that you've been waiting for, it's out. It's here. It was always within reach, not outside. And you're just going to feel good about seeing part of it being manifested every day. You're going to go, it's happening. It's happening. What I love is happening. It's not out of reach. It's totally, 100% within reach. It's not outside of me. It's totally within reach. And the more you do this counterproductive thing, the more you will be able to drop the pain, drop the struggle. So this could be drop the fighting, drop the tough fasting or the tough diet, drop the hard work, drop the amount of investment, whatever this is for you. Drop all of this pain and get it in a way that's way cozier, way nicer, way more enjoyable, way more peaceful. And you get to finally see it work out for you day by day, day by day. And you're like, oh my God, it's working. This opportunity has opened its door for me. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. These were your predictions regarding your finances, your health, and your incoming surprise in detail. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at your predictions with regards to your finances, your predictions in terms of your health, and your predictions in terms of any incoming surprises next. Can't wait to get into your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using. Ooh, there are like 3 splits here, 1, 2, and 3. I'm actually going to take them and put this deck aside. So this one will be for your finances. This one right there will be for your health, and this one is for incoming surprises. Right, so if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. Right, very quickly before we begin, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful rose quartz. Your significator card is the patience card. Let's do that one again. Right, and if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. And let's start off with your predictions in terms of your finances. Right, so the first card that you have is Apocalypses. It looks like there's massive changes happening in that area. Okay, and it may not even be a comfortable one, but it's a massive one. You've got the card A Journey. And it looks like this massive ship has arrived, and this figure is all packed up with her beautiful dog, and they're ready to go. So nice. You've got the inner demons with thoughts, feelings, beliefs. They're on your side or inside. That's wonderful. Okay. So they're by your side. It looks like, funny, it looks like your shadow specifically will be the very thing that helps you next financially. You know, the shadow is powerful. It has both the limitation and the blessing. So something about your shadow will be the very reason you go through massive financial changes. You know how they say, for example, like, let's say someone's shadow is anger, right? While anger is not a healthy trait, if it's not done within a healthy way, it could also give you power in a particular situation. So let's say there is someone in power who is like taking everyone for granted, and it could be, at least in that moment, your anger that makes this person too afraid to do anything with you. So that's what I mean by the shadow has both has some light within it. It has a power within it. And there's something about your shadow, I don't know what it is, but it's going to show up for you with hay. It's going to change things around in such a massive way when it comes to your finances. Let's continue and see what this is. You've got sorrow. So it's a shadow that has to do with sadness. All right, we'll find out what it is in a moment, or what this is in a moment, but that's very interesting, I must say. Right, so the dragon here, at least in this reading, could be representing massive financial powers, and your shadow is the very thing that's not afraid to maybe unlock yourself out of something. Siren here could also mean something is calling you, but it's going to be faithful to you because it has a face of a dog. Like there's something powerful protecting something that you may want. I just got to look at all the cards. These are just my ideas, and I'm sure it's going to show us in a moment what this is. So you've got the, wow, against all odds, something is happening here with the strength card and the keyword courage. Okay. Wow, aloneness, the hermit. You see the light suddenly. And you've got the card transformation. I'm telling you guys from the beginning, something massive is about to happen when it comes to your finances. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing something so interesting. Oh, this one also moved, so I'm going to take it. I'm seeing something so interesting. It looks to me, when it comes to finances, there's almost a blocked wall here. I'm seeing you thinking thoughts like, how can I ever get more money? Or I'm experiencing a block in this area of my life, or that's as far as I can go, or what else? There's a block here, whatever this is. And it seems like with these, the art of this card, the symbolism of this card, that it looks like you're thinking there's no way that you can make more money. But here's the thing. It looks like within your shadow, and it is it particularly regarding your sadness, something so sad within you will be the very thing that it's almost with apocalypse. It almost you pushing something or making a massive change. It's you packing up and going, I'm so sad. Nothing can feel more sad than that. And it is that shadow that pushes you into a new journey, causing you to create something massive like an apocalypse, like going, I am so sad where I am right now, or I am so sad with doing nothing, or I'm so sad with this block. And you take yourself on a journey where you genuinely don't know where you're going to go, how is it going to turn out to be. And it's with apocalypses, it's like, otherwise, if it wasn't for this sadness, you would think you were crazy to do that. So if it wasn't for this shadow, for this real sadness that you're experiencing, you would have never packed up and left, or you would have never went on this journey, or caused this crazy type of change, transformation, to go on a journey that you have no idea about. Could be asking yourself, what am I doing? Am I crazy? Like, am I really doing this? But it's totally led by your shadow, because that would have otherwise been too scary. It's like an emerald protected by a dragon. Most of the time, no one would dare. And look at the emerald. It's like the green here. No one would dare to take that emerald. It could be so easy for anyone to think, I'm just going to take this emerald, but there's a dragon protecting it. If it wasn't for your sadness, you would have never dared to reach your hand towards this emerald. And surprise, surprise, your cards are predicting that what you're going to be doing here, this crazy transformation that you will be doing, will in fact create the miracle of you getting the money, because that's the section about money here and finances. You will be making money out of nowhere. It's going to look crazy. You're going to have the story of, I did this, it was crazy, but it worked. It out of nowhere, it bloomed financially. Out of nowhere, it got me the money. So it doesn't have to be like you as dramatic as, I'm going to leave this job and go towards this job. Although, by the way, for a lot of you, it could 100% be that, for most of you even. But I'm just trying to say that there are other options, like you saying, I'm going to be bold and I'm going to risk going to make a fuss at work and speaking about my rights. Or saying, I'm not going to do this and I need my rights there, or whatever. Or it could be you putting your money, right? Putting your money into a new investment, and it could be crazy because maybe you don't know much about it. Or maybe it's an investment that would work in specific situations, but you're like, I'm just gonna, or you think it's not gonna work, but you just do it anyways, and it does work out of nowhere. It works out beautifully for you financially, out of nowhere. Who would think that this flower would grow out of this lifeless wall, brick wall? So out of nowhere, you get money. There is a card here, and it's under the journey. So perhaps it shows us more about this bold move that you'll be making that will require patience, of course. That's the significator card. But boys, you're gonna be thriving financially from something that it seems with the blocked wall, at least to you, shouldn't have worked. So what's this journey? Whoa, rebirth, a financial rebirth. So what can I tell you? It looks like you're deciding on a new path out of the pain with the Ten of Swords. You're opting out of pain, aka sorrow in your case. You're opting out of pain, Ten of Swords. Oh. Yes, of course. Ten of Swords, the grays, the swords. You're opting out of pain. In your case, this sadness in the path that you're in. And you're going to be making a bold move that's going to be powerful, and it's going to work for you financially. Out of nowhere, you'll be getting a lot of money, and it's going to be very bright in this area of your life, and it's going to be glowing. That area is going to be full of light. It's going to be a massive financial transformation in your life, that path that you will be taking. And that is the first prediction that I see for you. You taking a massive step and a massive change away from pain, I would say. Away from pain. Because where you are right now is bringing you a lot of sorrow. And it is because of this shadow that you are going to be taking the right path. The path of actual, where you bloom financially. Okay. Let's now, my dear pile number 3, take a look at your health predictions. Nice. So you've got the flame, and it's under a pyramid. And as I remember, in the very past, I don't think it's something that we all believe in anymore, but I remember in the past, it could be right, who knows? There was this rumor that anything you put in the pyramid, you remember that? Anything you put in inside the pyramid would be preserved. And I don't know if you heard about this rumor. It was way, way in the past, like 20 years ago, kind of in the past, where that's why the mummies in the pyramids wouldn't rot or something. So that got debunked, as much as I understand. That got debunked. Maybe I misunderstood this. But from that perspective, I am going to tell you that intuitively I'm picking up on the idea that something within your health, and you're a very lucky pile because the other piles seem to have a totally different energy. In your health, something ignited, something just ignited, and it will be the reason to preserve your health forevermore. So you just did something, maybe energetic work, even with the fire. It could be spiritual work, but it could also be anything that you just ignited, that you've just done, and it will be the reason for you to be stability with the pyramid, and it will be the reason it preserves your health. So that's amazing. And I see again the dragon. So through patience, whatever you're doing here, it will give you very strong health. So I would say continue to do what did you do? We'll find out. Why am I rushing? We'll find out. Right. So you've got military person. Okay, so military person right away gives me the idea of discipline. So you've been disciplined with something, and that spiritual aspect could be true, or at least you've been doing something that the ancients did. So it doesn't have to be spiritual, but you see there's like an ancient artifact here. So I would say you are being disciplined in doing something that the ancients have done to have strong health. That is something that I'm for sure seeing here, because the pyramids, this ancient artifact, yeah, something like that. So let's see. We took this card and this card. Now it's time for this one. Again, what's up with this pile? You keep getting from different decks this crazy idea. You're in your magic era of things out of the blue just happening for you. You are in your magic era, my dear pile number 3, in terms of your finances and your health, and who knows, maybe incoming surprises. So it seems like it was with the concrete here, maybe your pile seems to be so opposite to the other piles. I wouldn't recommend you check the other 2 piles. This is the first time I say that. I usually recommend other piles, but I would say I do not recommend you check the other piles because your pile seems to be different unless your intuition wins over what I'm saying, unless you're drawn to other piles. But I'm seeing here there's something about this, the opposite. Your health wasn't doing well, and out of the blue, it just gets so well. It starts becoming so good. Wow. Okay, you have prison. Yeah, didn't I tell you guys? It seems you were so stuck in your health situation. The body here is stuck with something. Like maybe you were stuck with the way this figure is doing, headaches, maybe. Headaches or mental health or anything. Like if it wasn't for this, my body would be doing good. You were stuck with something. And it looks to me like you're not going to be stuck anymore. With this discipline, you're going to preserve your health. Heal and preserve your health out of the blue. Like you seem to be the pile that will go to the doctor's office. And also remember, tarot readings are just energy reading. Always consult an expert and a doctor when it comes to everything, really, your health and experts with everything. So you are the pile that seems to go to the doctor and the reports are improving and your doctor's like, wow, what did you do? Whatever you're doing, keep doing because your health is improving and it's out of the ordinary, out of what's expected. Wow, I feel like, yeah, you're really gonna surprise your doctors if you run any tests now with what you're doing. Amazing. You've got slowing down with the Knight of Pentacles. Now that one is common, not in all of the piles, in the second pile as well. So maybe if you're drawn to the second pile, you might want to check it out. So Knight of Pentacles, something about slowing down. Or, by the way, Knight of Pentacles could be the discipline. Let's see, like slowing down, being disciplined. Slowing down and discipline, okay, which means you don't have to force a lot of change. You can do slow but consistent incremental steps every day. Right, wonderful. Perhaps this is talking about how your health is improving slowly but surely as well. There's definitely improvement. Miracles are starting to happen. Interesting. Conditioning. So you've got the Devil card. You have strong health, it seems, that has been bogged down by things that you've been doing, following others with the sheep. Like maybe things that you don't need to do. Maybe you were doing because you were following others' ideas and you don't need to do it. It depends on what you're doing here, really, that's ancient. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, new page with the Fool. Okay, I can make a bold prediction here. 100% bold prediction. It's not an expert prediction, energy prediction that you will have a restart button when it comes to your health. Slowly but surely, yes. But you're moving towards some form of restart button where your whole health becomes super strong, as if like your younger self again. Yeah, you're going through that funnel right now with the Moon card. You can't see it, but I'm almost seeing the inside of you, spiritually as well as physically, energetically as well. So much, whatever spiritual practice you're doing here. Why did I say spiritual? Because of the artifacts. Yes, okay. So spiritual practice or ancient practice, whatever ancient practice, spiritual practice you're doing, it is transforming everything, clearing out the energy, the wrong energy out of your system, energetic system, clearing out the toxins out of your body, clearing out your emotions, even with the moon card. Like, it's detoxing. Exactly. It is detoxing. Why do we have this card? Yes, that was the first pile, right? So you're going through a massive detox, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And it's going to be a restart button in every way, shape, and form. It's a miracle in every way, shape, and form, spiritually, emotionally, as well as physically. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to be like your doctor here, if you mind me asking. What is this ancient practice that you're doing? Oh, come on. Wow, well, I'm not getting anything with the MasterCard. It's like something so wise. It seems like it's more of a practice that most people, it's the sort of practice that you would get from your grandmother, grandparents, that society would deem as not important, but it's actually very important. That's what I'm getting with the master. It is wisdom from the past with the master, like the masters would tell their students to do. Old wisdom. Whoa, but it definitely does massive transformation. I'm thinking meditation, maybe. Meditation could be that old wisdom. Working with light, working with the moon, working with light, meditation. It's not relying on robots or anything in the modern world that's depleting us. It's going back to nature, it seems. Yeah. Something like that. Please do let us know in the comment section. Guys, I'm so curious. If you want to share, I would be grateful. I would totally trust your advice 100% because that's what is showing in your pile. And I would be grateful and honored if you do share it. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's what's going on with your health. It's going great. It's preserving your health. You're going to have great health forever. Miracles are going to start to happen in the three aspects: physically, emotionally, and physically. And you're no longer going to be following the way of living as most of the people around you, whether it has to do with the food or with the way they heal, or even in the way of life. You're taking on a different way of life completely. And that's allowing you to experience your true strength with the line here. Very strong body. Actually, you might want to check pile 2 because they had a lot of lines in their reading. So in the weirdest way, maybe you'll be the only one that understand how these two piles connect. But yeah, restart button it is when it comes to your health. Not right away, but definitely slowly but surely every day. Amazing. Okay, so my dear pile number 3, with patience, this energy is pulling you in to your true north node, it seems. All right, now let's take a look at predictions in terms of incoming surprises. What can you expect? The mask. Okay, is someone's mask falling maybe? Let's see. You've got false person. Didn't I tell you guys? So somebody's mask is falling. And also this one's gliding out. I'm going to take it as well as this one's gliding out. So I'm going to take it. And then we don't need to take anything from this deck because now we've got the oracle cards that we need. Let's keep this to the side for now, just so we have space. All right, so You know, in that case, the dragon would represent someone that was scaring you, someone that seemed scary. Their mask is falling or something. You're not going to think they're so scary anymore. Perhaps with the big wolves here, you thought they had scary people around them, or they were scaring everyone with some form of powers that they had. And thus, no one was able to get a benefit that they want. And it looks like this mask is falling to reveal that there's nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of. They were just putting on a show. Right. So you've got a long way. The tattoo, forever. Friendship, passion, permanently or temporary. All right. So the forever is changing here. You thought that this person would forever be the holder of something, but that changes. It turns out to be it's only temporary. What is forever, after a long time, that was a long time coming, you discover that they're not the one in power. What's going on here? Let's see. So, I'm telling you, someone's double-faced, someone's putting on a show, playing political games, which means that it wasn't really true. It was all lies. Here, the mask is falling. Seven of Pentacles with patience. Telling you, you're going to see someone for who they are. It's crazy. So, Seven of Cups. But also that will allow you to see yourself and them to see you in a different light. Very interesting. Things are changing. What's temporary and what's permanent is changing. Wow. 10 of Cups. You're going to be experiencing a lot of harmony and a lot of happiness as a consequence. Because in this experience, it seems like you yourself will be healing, seeing your own projections. Maybe you were allowing this person to scare you due to your own fears as well. So that part of you is healing, forever to be healed. 7 7 7 7 8 8. Oh, 7 7 7. That's a synchronicity. 7, what does this number 7 tell us? 7, seventh house is the house of intimacy. Also, 7 is significant spiritually because it's a very significant number. Like we have 7 heavens, 7 earths, layers of earth, 7, like how biblically the earth or the world was created in 7 days. So I'm picking up intuitively the idea of a prophecy, a massive prophecy in your life. There is the prophecy of you being liberated from someone who wore a mask and scared you with this mask for all of your life. So much so that you wouldn't think this could ever change. That's your reality. That's what you believed. This moment is so prophetic because it allows for a rebirth of who you are and your physical situation in life. No one any longer will be the guardian for the very thing you wanted. They don't hold that power over you, and you are not to beg for something that is yours. Nobody's the guardian of what is yours. You allowed them to be that guardian because you were super afraid and you believed these lies. So this will all be uncovered. You will see them for who they truly are, thinking, oh my God, they're not even the slightest bit scary. This was all a lie. They were only liars, but not scary. Liars, but not scary. The skin is shedding. Their skin is shedding. Their mask is falling. And you will go, I'm not afraid of you anymore. I can look at you straight in the eye and not be afraid anymore. They will also see you in your new light, real light, for the first time ever. And they will think, oh my God, you can't hold energy. You can't hold that person. You can observe this person, but you can't hold this person. This person is not afraid of me anymore. This person is new. This person is born into something new. This person is too happy and in too much harmony for me to be able to strike that fear anymore. It's like a new heart. I can't play this game on this person anymore. This prophecy is not going to happen right away. It says patience. But right now is when the masks are going to fall and to be exposed. And you're right about the end of this journey. And you're going to experience a massive spiritual awakening with this particular situation. This is why it's a prophecy. That last bit will feel surreal, magical, as you look at what you were afraid of all of your life for the first time, like it's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of it. This is a surreal moment because right away it triggers your growth. Maybe not right away. You can reverse the situation or take your emerald, but it will right away put you in the energy of growth. Something is healing within you, or you're getting in touch with your light. And as you go through this process, this person is not affecting you anymore. They lose control over you day by day, until at some point they totally lose control, and you extend your hand and take that emerald. And this person can't move because they didn't have this power all along. So you extend your hand, you take that emerald, and that person can do nothing but lay there. And it shall forever be yours. I read this part intuitively for you, and I believe it was meant to be read intuitively without examples so that you can hear it spiritually. You will understand what this is about, and you will also understand even more as it plays out for you, especially during that moment of recognition, of you going, oh, that moment that changes who you are on the inside, that moment of rebirth, of going, oh, I'm not afraid anymore. And although you won't extend your hand and take your emerald right away, you will right away heal. It's your massive rebirth. That's the prophecy, the massive rebirth. Once that rebirth cycle, 9 months, sorry. Once that few months of growth occur, you will be making a bold move and taking an emerald that you always wanted. Can we check what this emerald is? No, I think you're meant to discover it yourself. Although the Eight of Wands would be go ahead, but the symbolism in the cards is saying more it's a traveling, it's a journey that I should allow you to experience. Maybe right away with the Eight of Wands, you already know what this is, which is amazing. And some of you are going to be discovering what that emerald is throughout your journey. But that journey is only a few months away. And that rebirth is right now. And that is a huge incoming surprise because that energy can no longer scare you from this moment onwards. And it will result to you getting something so valuable to you that should have always been with you in a few months, that you couldn't dare to imagine you can have. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Very, very like magical reading in this pile. I wish you all the best moving forward. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading.